Tonight on News 5 Live, the opposition responds to the Prime Minister's State of the Nation address. Shine Barrow pointedly criticized the Briceño administration. The president of the National Evangelical Association of Belize is charged for rape. NEAB responds. A bust of George Price is unveiled. We'll go live from Battlefield Park for that ceremony. And Shine says Diddy ruined his life. We'll bring you up to speed with today's headlines in 60 seconds.
On Friday, September 20th at the Belize Civic Center, the 10th annual Soca and Culture Fest, featuring the Byron Lee headliners, Jamaica's hottest dancehall artist Nige Boy, and Mr. Vegas. Admission, general $50, VIP $135, platinum $200, and the Racino's Import Skydeck $300. Friday, September 20th at the Belize Civic Center, the 10th annual Soca and Culture Fest, featuring the Byron Lee headliners, Jamaica's hottest dancehall artist Nige Boy, and Mr. Vegas. Be there.
Have you designed a project that protects and preserves our vital mangroves? Now's your chance to be recognized as a mangrove conservation champion. Join the Mangrove Friendly Development Challenge, a national competition celebrating innovative designs that enhance and preserve mangroves on private property. Developers, landowners, and other interested groups are welcome to register before October 15th, 2024. For more information, visit mangrovefriendlychallenge.org.
This newscast is brought to you by the Belize Bank Limited. Our country, your bank.
Good evening. Welcome to News 5 Live for Wednesday, September 18th. I am Elise Gayon Vernon. Leader of the opposition Moses Shine Barrow delivered his State of the Nation address today in response to Prime Minister John Briceño's presentation on Tuesday. Barrow spoke for 40 minutes on matters related to the economy, education, health, crime, and more. But unlike the elaborate setting that was prepared for the Prime Minister's speech, today there were no dignitaries, diplomats, or students in sight. Neither was there any other politician in the room other than the opposition leader himself. Notwithstanding the nearly empty room, Barrow delivered his address and got his points across to the nation live. News 5's Paul Lopez was there. He filed the following report.
Good morning, my fellow Belizeans.
Opposition leader Moses Shine Barrow delivered his response to the Prime Minister's State of the Nation address in solitude from the United Democratic Party's headquarters. His speech ran for 40 minutes, twice the length of time PM Briceño took on Tuesday. But the setting was a stark contrast to the pomp and circumstance and fanfare at the Sir Edney Kane building. Barrow made his remarks to a virtually empty room. That, however, did not faze him as he painted a picture of national despair from the onset.
As we celebrate our glorious history, we must yield to our obligation to be mindful of the present state of our nation, which unfortunately is floundering. After 4 years of the Briceño administration, ask yourselves, are your lives any better? Can you afford the highest cost of living ever? Are you closer to getting your first home? Did you get your first piece of land yet? Are you getting affordable, quality, public health care? Can you afford to send your children to school? Do you have food security? Are you living the Belizean dream or the dreaded nightmare?
Barrow went on to point out several businesses that have shuttered over the last few years, including Renko, Smiling Meats, Hofius, and Bottom Dollar. He used these closures to bolster his argument that the nation's economy is in dire straits. The opposition leader responded directly to the Prime Minister's claim that his administration has recorded a historically high $6 billion GDP.
Despite Briceño's annual attempts to deceive Belizeans, we do not see the GDP growth he boasts of, nor do we feel it. The state of the nation is failing when regular Belizeans pay 25% income tax, while special Belizeans pay 6% and million-dollar corporations pay 3%. The state of the nation is failing when you fail to collect proper taxes from those making the most, especially those price-gouging leeches, business people who exploit the vulnerable while evading tax compliance.
Barrow contended that while the Briceño administration boasts a 3% unemployment rate, the poverty rate remains at 39%. On the topic of health, the opposition leader chided the government for spending $6.9 million on land in Belmopan to build a tertiary-level hospital. He referred to former Minister of Health Michelle Shabat as the worst Minister of Health in the country's history. Furthermore, he argued that the current Minister of Health has created more havoc than health solutions.
The Ministry of Health's report card from 2020 to 2024 has been horrific and unhealthy for the country of Belize. Instead of the health of our people accelerating to new heights, it has deteriorated since November 2020. Over the last 47 months, under this PUP Briceño administration,
the leader of the opposition spent much of his speech discussing education. Here he lamented the reported shortage of teachers in the classroom. Barrow also argued that the requirement for teachers to have 120 CPD hours in 5 years is daunting for many educators. He recommended a reduction in the number of hours required for continued professional development.
We need to reduce the CPD hours. A more manageable requirement for CPD hours will alleviate the pressure on teachers. Reducing the number of hours needed would make it easier for educators to fulfill their professional development obligations without overextending themselves. These and other solutions would provide for a more equitable and supportive framework for teacher development.
Turning to crime, Barrow declared that homicides have increased by 40% for the same period last year. The Commissioner of Police maintains that while those figures were accurate at the start of the year, that percentage decreased significantly in the third quarter and continues a downward trend. In response, Barrow noted that he would revisit that figure and make the correction if necessary.
Our crime rates and the state of our policing system are deeply troubling. Morale within our department is at an all-time low, hampered by political interference and micromanagement. Ineffective policing has led to the extension of the state of emergency, a measure that, according to John Briceño, underscores the failure of the state. It is imperative that we restore confidence in our law enforcement by depoliticizing the process and implementing meaningful reforms.
Barrow also spoke on national security and the Guatemalan armed forces' continued incursion into Belize's territory. He also touched on Belize's energy crisis and ended his address by speaking on the issue of social justice.
But all hope is not lost. For the people of Belize, the resilient people of Belize, have the absolute power to change the state of the nation in the next general elections. Long live democracy, long live Belize. Que viva Belize, Dios te bendiga Belize, God bless Belize.
Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
In the previous story, we told you that Commissioner of Police Chester Williams refuted claims made by the opposition leader during his State of the Nation live broadcast. Barrow stated that the murder rate has increased by 40% year to date. Campbell Williams has since issued a press release stating that the data Barrow presented is false. The release noted, and we quote, "While we would all agree that crime continues to be an issue for us, the Belize Police Department, with the support of our ministry and government, continues to employ a number of strategies to address the scourge of crime across the country. We are surely not where we want to be, but are proud of the significant progress we continue to make. Thanks to the efforts of the hardworking and brave men and women of the police department, major crimes are down by 54% when compared to the same period last year," unquote. In his release, Campbell Williams provided statistics showing that the murder rate has increased by 1.5% year to date. According to the Commissioner of Police, between September 2022 and September 2023, there were 66 murders, while for the same period between 2023 and 2024, there have been 65 murders. Secondly, the leader of the opposition stated that 26-year-old Belmopan resident Daniel Cal was murdered by police. Campbell Williams says Barrow's statement is both reckless and desperate. Reporters spoke with the leader of the opposition following his State of the Nation address. He was asked to comment on the agreement he reached with the Prime Minister to deliver their State of the Nation address ahead of the Independence Day ceremony. Barrow says that Briceño was the chief political mudslinger while in opposition, and now that he is in government, he cannot handle the heat.
I believe that the State of the Nation speech is important. The Prime Minister had reached out and we discussed the matter and we agreed that we would forego the normal Independence Day attacks, which, again, Prime Minister is such a dishonest person. It's hard to be cordial with him and find common ground with him because he lies profusely. Everyone knows that John Briceño, as the leader of the opposition, was one of the worst terrorists of Independence Day. He would go, it would be the Independence Day massacre when he would go and attack Dean Barrow. It was terrible, and you, the media, those of you like Marisol, you have been there, you're senior, you remember that. He never gave any statesman speech or any patriotic speech. So to pretend as if my speeches were anything different, what he can't do, he can't win that battle. So he has put up the white flag and say, you know what, I can't take it. Please. However, I do concede that there is a time and place for everything, and it is long overdue that certain days be depoliticized. The 10th and 21st, two of our most important days in the calendar, should certainly qualify for that. So I had no difficulty restraining my remarks in the Independence Day speech to patriotism and celebrating the 21st, our independence, and to just give the State of the Nation today.
Barrow was also asked for his thoughts on Prime Minister John Briceño's 20-minute State of the Nation address. He described it as safe, superficial, and lacking depth. Here is what he told reporters.
I think his speech was quintessential John Briceño, 30-year status quo, safe, light, superficial, nothing in depth, nothing groundbreaking. Again, when you talk about the tax, raising the threshold, what he needs to talk about is tax compliance. What he needs to talk about is collecting taxes from all of those people that are evading taxes, talking about million-dollar corporations. What they need to do is talk about the tax disparity, where, as I said, working class Belizeans are paying 25% tax, while certain special Belizeans are paying 6% and 3%, and you have these corporations that are price gouging, that are exploiting Belizean people, evading taxes. That is what we need to look at.
Sir, I also have to point out the difference between the atmosphere here versus the Prime Minister's speech. You know, he brought out the entire show. He had his CEOs, his ministers, children from a school, I guess in Belmopan, whereas you seem to be a one-man band today.
Yellow man is in the audience.
Okay, there's like 3 people in the audience. You know, we had Mr. Jones and we had Shane. We had people who work here as well as people who are always here. It's a huge disparity, a huge difference.
Well, it is typical. This is the opposition. He used the government's tax-paying dollars to put on this show, and it is normal for any response of the State of the Nation that the opposition gives to be based on substance, not hype. So I was not interested in putting on a facade and pomp and circumstance.
On Tuesday, Prime Minister John Briceño told the country in his State of the Nation address that the inflation rate has gone down by 2.5%. The persons we checked with about their shopping experiences disagreed with the PM, citing instances where basic food items went up by significant amounts. Briceño also said that the economy was performing very well and that the unemployment rate was down to 3%. The Statistical Institute of Belize shared that same percentage figure several months ago. The PM also said that the boost in employment in the BPO and tourism sectors was so that it has brought about a skilled labor shortage. News 5 checked today with 2 officials in these respective fields of work who agree with the PM. News 5's Marian Ali reports.
Never before have so many jobs been available, and never before has the minimum wage been so high. In fact, As employers can attest, the jobs boom in the BPO sector and in the tourism industry, as two examples, have brought about a skilled labor shortage.
The skilled labor shortage that is being experienced is because of the high employment rate in the BPO industry, according to Prime Minister John Briceño. The PM shared that Belize's unemployment rate currently stands at 3%. This was a figure that the Statistical Institute of Belize shared only months ago when it circulated the country's latest statistics. Today, Business Senator and CEO of Protel BPO, Kevin Herrera, said that the PM's figures are reflected in a labor shortage they are experiencing in the industry.
What we're experiencing in Belize is an overall labor shortage. And whether you're looking at persons working on the farm needing, or farm owners needing workers, or whether you're looking at in the city with BPOs needing workers, or the tourism industry out at tourism locations, I think we share, that common need, more labor, persons who are committed. What we found is you really have to go out there and search and dig pretty hard to find the type of persons to work that you need. And so I think I think that goes right back to what the Prime Minister is saying. Is that the unemployment rate has fell to around 3%, are the official figures, and I think that has certainly created some type of stress in terms of employers trying to source the necessary or the required labor that they need.
Herrera says that he has seen a significant difference in the number of people applying for BPO jobs 5 years ago to the companies now having to hunt for individuals to hire. The PM also said that while unemployment is down, tourism arrivals are at an all-time high, surpassing pre-COVID era numbers.
The tourism industry, for example, is one of those areas where, as one of the fastest growing sectors in the Caribbean and Latin America, we have made remarkable strides. In the first half of this year, overnight arrivals have surpassed pre-pandemic levels by 15% and increased by 26.5% compared to last year. This historic productivity spread across multiple economic sectors have seen our annual gross production grow by more than 34% since 2020.
In this sector, the PM also got support from the president of the Belize Tourism Industry Association, Stuart Crone.
I think the Prime Minister's figures were exactly correct. The tourism numbers are at a record high. We've exceeded the 2019 numbers, so we're way ahead of where we were then, and we've greatly exceeded the 2023 numbers. In other words, thus far. Anyway, so I do not see how statistically the industry could be doing better in terms of aggregate numbers. I would add to the Prime Minister's figures the fact that not only are the number of arrivals up, but the amount that tourists are spending both on hotels, transport, food, and such, that is up even greater than the number of visitors is up.
But a few weeks ago, the Federation of Cruise Tourism Associations of Belize held a press conference to share concerns about the tourism industry, and the Minister of Tourism, Anthony Mahler, indicated that cruise tourism was on a decline because Belize was not equipped with a cruise port berthing facility. This would be a facility that Crone says would improve cruise tourism in Belize.
My familiarity with the cruise industry is not as strong as it is in overnight, but as far as the cruise industry goes, it's been kind of a fiasco. But let's face it, on many levels. I think the thing that's important about the cruise industry is that if we're going to have a cruise industry, and I think we ought to have a cruise industry, it should be the best that it can be. It's clear that the present open roadstead and tendering that is going on presently is not the way we want to go. We need a cruise port, whether it's Stake Bank, which I think will work fine, or another cruise port.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Marian Ali.
Coming up, Prime Minister John Briceño weighs in on the state of the Belize Police Department.
That'll be $50. Thank you. Wait, hey, this 50 is a fake. How do you know it's a fake?
What are you talking about, sir? How can I identify a genuine note from a fake note?
Well, a genuine 50 has a watermark with the jaguar and the written words of the 50, also a thread.
Know your money and know a fake one when you see it. Do not rely on any one security feature. Look for the clarity and quality of printing. The printed lines and colors should be sharp and clear. Feel the quality of the paper and the raised print. Hold the note up to the light to see the windowed security thread. It should form one complete line when held up to the light. The watermark and denominational electrotype. The Jaguar is the watermark in the $100 and $50 notes. The Sleeping Giant is the watermark in the $20, $10, $5, and $2 notes. The see-through feature. The parts of the design printed on the back should fit exactly within the unprinted areas of the front to form the complete design. Check the $100 note for the toucan hologram with the periwinkle flower overprint. Tilt it to see the small images of the toucan and the numeral 100. Check the $50 note for the green foil angelfish. Check even closer. Use an ultraviolet light to see the fluorescent features. Use a magnifier to see the microlettering. Tiny letters that read Central Bank of Belize and the value of the note. Stop the circulation of counterfeit Belize currency notes. Pass all counterfeits to the police at once. It is a criminal offense to hold or use a counterfeit. Be safe, be sure, know your money.
Prepare for the heat and stay cool with a Reamer Gree air conditioning unit from Benny's. Choose the right BTU unit size for your bedroom or living room and enjoy complete comfort. You can also save money with an inverter unit that is energy efficient. When the heat is on, stay cool and comfortable with an affordable, dependable AC unit from Ream or Gree. Available at Benny's. Quality and savings.
At St. Catherine Academy, we're not just teaching history and science, we're preparing our young women for the future. Going cashless with DigiWallet isn't only about convenience, it's about safety and building a tech-savvy generation. St. Catherine Academy and DigiWallet are leading the way, showing that a secure and cashless campus is possible and beneficial to all. You should try DigiWallet yourself today and see what you've been missing.
Let us help you to empower your school with DigiWallet. Streamline payments, elevate efficiency.
I say to you that there is a dire global health challenge at our gates in the global south. We have experienced an exponential rise in cardiovascular disease, chronic respiratory and infectious diseases, cancer, diabetes, air pollution, mental health challenges, malnutrition. And all of this while the climate crisis has impacted us and our environment and will continue to do so. We, the citizens of the Caribbean, are faced with a simple choice. What will our future be?
Be viewing Caribbean Medical TV on this station.
The National Evangelical Association of Belize is under fire following the arraignment of Pastor Victor Hernandez. The 65-year-old is the president of NEAB and heads the Toledo Faith Outreach Christian Center. Hernandez has been charged for 2 counts of sexual offenses, including rape and sexual assault, on the heels of allegations made by a 38-year-old woman. The alleged victim reported to the police that on 2 occasions in August 2015 and March 2016, she was raped by Pastor Hernandez at his place of business and at his home in Jacintoville, Toledo District. Sometime in 2021, Pastor Hernandez reportedly groped the woman's breasts in the presence of her teenage daughter. Subsequently, the matter was reported to Punta Gorda Police, and the DPP's office handed down instructions that led to his arrest. In court, Pastor Hernandez was granted bail in the sum of $10,000 plus 1 surety of the same amount. It is the second time in a little over a year that NEAB has been brought into disrepute by the purported actions of its members. In August 2023, the Evangelical Association faced similar public outcry when Mervyn Badram, a worship leader affiliated with one of NEAB's churches, was also accused of sexual abuse. Badram was arrested and charged for the offenses he allegedly committed. Late this evening, NEAB issued a statement regarding the arrest of Pastor Hernandez. The release states, quote, "The National Evangelical Association of Belize was saddened and shocked today to learn the news of the arrest and charges against Reverend Victor Hernandez for sexual crimes. Situations like this are extremely serious and violate God's biblical standards for leadership, as well as NEAB's Code of Ethics. As such, Reverend Hernandez has been removed from NEAB executive leadership effective immediately while the investigation is ongoing. Reverend Lancelot Lewis is currently serving as President Pro Tem. It is imperative that police do a thorough investigation in this matter. We have reached out to those close to the victim who is under the care of a licensed trauma therapist as well as loving family," end quote. Well-known street figure Jermaine Horse Garnett has been charged for abetment to robbery and is being held without bail at the Belize Central Prison tonight. Garnett has been on lockdown since August when he was swept under the state of emergency. He was brought down to Belize City earlier today under a removal warrant and appeared before a magistrate. It is alleged that on Wednesday, August 1st, Garnett deliberately aided Tyrese Usher to commit the crime of robbery. Garnett pleaded not guilty to the charge and was further remanded to the Belize Central Prison until November 7th, 2024. 35-year-old David Gongora, a police constable and resident of Roaring Creek Village, appeared in court unrepresented this morning, where he was charged with 2 counts of harm and 1 count of aggravated assault with a firearm. The charges stem from an incident here in Belize City on September 1st, when PC Gongora allegedly injured 2 persons, including fellow police officer Kersha Pelayo and Astrid Burgos. He is also accused of 1 count of aggravated assault with a firearm upon Elroy Casimiro, a secondary school teacher. It is reported that the trio was standing in line waiting to purchase food from a vendor near the corner of King Street and Amara Avenue when Gongora arrived at the location. He allegedly entered the line in front of the Palayo and the other 2 people when an altercation ensued. During the exchange, Gongora reportedly struck Pelayo twice in the face before threatening Casimiro with his firearm. In the magistrate's court this morning, Gongora pleaded not guilty to the charges. Due to the nature of the offense, bail was not granted, and he was remanded to the Belize Central Prison until November 15, 2024. This weekend, Belize City residents were shocked when they discovered that several streets across the city were flooded with up to 4 inches of water, despite the lack of rainfall. According to the National Hydrological Service, the floodwaters are making their way down the Belize City River and emptying out into Hullover Creek, subsequently flooding several areas along the path. To address the flooding, the Belize City Council has implemented a pumping station to drain the excess water. Over the past few days, the floodwaters have ebbed and flowed into different areas without warning. Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard tells us that the flooding is more than just a drainage issue.
As you can see, in most of the areas it has gone down, so that we are very thankful for that. But as the expert have indicated to everyone, it's really a unique situation where the river is actually coming above normal heights, and that mixed with high tide is a recipe for disaster, right? We cannot, of course, we had a meeting yesterday with the mayor, and we cannot stress enough how much that we have to sensitize people to understand that climate change is real. It's here. Everybody talks about, in the future when it comes to climate change, but we are actually living in examples of what we're seeing. I've never personally seen the river that high. I've never seen streets being that flooded without any rainfall. So it just shows that it's not so much of a drainage issue, but just climate change in general. If you look at the seas, for example, someone sent me a video of the area by Hanga yesterday, and to see the sea level that high as well, it just shows overall what we're going through is something that is very alarming, and we have to make sure that we're putting the right measures in. I mean, the pumping station is one effort, but that alone cannot drain all the water out of Belize City, and that's a pilot program. So we have to look at other areas, and we have to ensure that we are keeping up with the maintenance of the city as well, to ensure that the water drains off as quickly as possible.
There are several streets throughout Belize City that are in desperate needs of repairs. For months, Belizeans have complained about the state of St. Thomas Street that was left in disrepair due to the work on the underground water system. Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard explained that these complaints have not gone unheard. He tells us that the Belize City Council is working towards addressing the issue as soon as possible.
St. Thomas Street is, long overdue, as you may know. We have most streets that we are doing in the city has mostly been either government or city council. This one is kind of a bit of a mix. It's city council, it's government, and of course we have involved the utility companies as well. As you know, there have to be some level of paperwork to ensure that each participating body is getting their fair share of the deal. So we have had to liaise with BTL, we have liaised with Belize Water Services, also with the Ministry of Infrastructure and also Belize City Council. So we had a lot of contractual setbacks in terms of getting the proper contract, getting the contractor to agree to the terms that we usually provide, and also to get us to agree as well. And of course the other stakeholders to get in there as well. But I'm confident that right after the September celebrations, we should start that project very soon. I know the residents are clamoring for this to be done. And I know myself, all of us who traverse the area, but I can assure the community that will be done very, very soon.
The grass along the streets in some areas of Belize City have grown taller than some of the people walking on those sidewalks. There is a stretch of sidewalk on Elston Care Street in front of Gwen Lizarraga High School, that seemingly has not been cut in months. Today, we asked Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard to explain why the Belize City Council has not maintained those parts of the city. He said that the street was recently paved and that works continue to proceed in the Collett area where the street is located.
We have done a lot of work in terms of infrastructure in the Collett Division. As you know, Elston Kerr was recently paved. Iguana Street, we are actually paving. Antelope Street, which is one of the biggest thoroughfares in that area, is being concreted as well. So we have spent significant resources in that area. As far as the maintenance of the grass, our team, they are working every day. So it's just a matter of getting them out there. As you know, it's a big city, and we're trying to prioritize a lot of the areas that are more visible during the September celebrations time. And, you know, we have to apologize for that, but we will get back on track with the regular maintenance of the city. But as you know, we have to prioritize our September celebrations and our people who are, you know, along these routes for Carnival, for the parade, for, you know, different September celebrations. So
after the break, we go live from the Battlefield Park for the unveiling of the George Price bus. But first, here's the weather update with data from the Belize Met Service.
Buenos días. 2 boletos para Ficacas, por favor. ¿Ida y vuelta? 54.
Ese dinero es falso.
¿Falso?
Sí, este billete es falso.
¿Y por qué es falso?
Porque un verdadero billete de $50 tiene una marca de agua en la forma de un jaguar, con la marca de agua y electrotipia de denominación y un hilo de seguridad.
Conozca su dinero. Reconozca el billete falso al verlo. No se confíe en solo una de las características de seguridad. Busque la claridad y calidad de la impresión. Las líneas y el color impresos deben ser nítidas y claras. Sienta la calidad del papel y de la impresión levantada. Ponga el billete a la luz y observe. El hilo de seguridad avantanillada debe formar una línea completa cuando se pone a la luz. La marca de agua y la electrotipia de denominación, el Jaguar, es la marca de agua en los billetes de $100 y $50. El gigante dormido es la marca de agua en los billetes de $20, $10, $5 y $2. El registro perfecto. Las partes del diseño impreso en la parte posterior deben caber exactamente dentro de las áreas sin imprimir en el frente del billete para formar el diseño completo. Revise los billetes de $100 para saber si está el holograma del tucán con la impresión sobrepuesta de la flor de vinca per vinca. Inclínelo para ver las imágenes pequeñas del tucán y el numeral 100. Revise los billetes de $50 para saber si está la imagen del pez ángel en color verde plateado. Mira más cerca. Utilice luz ultravioleta para ver los elementos fluorescentes. Utilice una lupa para ver las letras más pequeñas que leen Central Bank of Belize y el valor del billete. Detenga la circulación de los billetes beliceños falsos. Pasa todas las falsificaciones a la policía inmediatamente. Es una ofensa criminal guardar o utilizar falsificaciones. Esté a salvo, esté seguro, conozca su dinero.
Belize, where natural beauty meets luxury, a land of rich culture, stunning landscapes, and a people proud of their heritage. There's so much to be proud of as we commemorate 43 years of independence. At Design Depot, we're inspired by the strength, growth, and pride of our country. With a focus on trust and excellence, we're here to serve you by our commitment to quality and by offering only the finest products and exceptional service. From all of us here at Design Depot, we wish you a safe and happy September celebrations. A nation proud and free. Belize at 43. Design Depot, all in one place.
Unwrap the joy of crystal clear picture and sound from Iowa, the brand that offers you affordability and exceptional quality. Iowa has a wide range of exceptional products to choose from, such as TVs, speakers, headphones, home appliances, and much more at affordable prices that won't break the bank. Enhance your audio-visual entertainment experience with Iowa, and for your convenience, parts are readily available in country for hassle-free maintenance. You can find Iowa products at your local electronics store countrywide. Choose Iowa, the best in home entertainment and household appliances.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize, it's the undefeated champion, Smart! And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
How can a precision-engineered and sustainably made tire change your world? A tire that gives you strength and safety when you need it most.
What we learn on the track, we innovate
For the road, bringing next-level quality and reliability to every drive. At GT, we believe our tires can deeply improve the driving experience for each and every one of us, whatever our goals. Enjoy driving. GT Tire.
Let's take a journey through the core functions of the Social Security Board. It all starts with registering as an insured person, employer, or self-employed individual. Sign up for a portal account to manage your Social Security information online. Just provide accurate information and click Create. This will give you access to a range of services and benefits. Next, your contribution, along with investments and other income, are collected and distributed into 3 funds. This ensures that the SSB fund is securely utilized to support various benefit programs. The SSB is committed to providing essential benefits such as sickness, maternity, injury, and pension. These benefits are paid out to eligible individuals as a part of the Social Security coverage. We help you navigate through life's challenges with financial security. Annual surplus accumulates to grow the fund each year. This surplus is invested into various industries, contributing to the growth and development of our nation. With each passing year, the fund continues to grow. Due to the annual surplus, and interest revenue earned from prudent investments. This surplus, along with reserves, helps to bolster the SSB fund and provide a safety net for those in need. We've arrived at the end of our journey to better understanding how the SSB works. We remain committed to serving you and building a secure future for all Belizeans.
On Friday, the leader of the opposition abstained from voting on a motion to celebrate 35 years of diplomatic relations with Taiwan. Patrick Faber and Tracy Panton both supported the motion, though Shine Barrow asserts that they do not speak for the UDP. Hugo Pat also supported the motion. Today, Barrow was asked if he will switch the country's allegiance to China if he becomes Prime Minister.
Prime Minister Manuel Esquivel, as UDP leader, established diplomatic ties with China. That is the truth in 1984. So let us be factual. So every UDP leader has not supported Taiwan. Sir Manuel Esquivel in 1984 established relations with China. That is the history of the UDP.
Thinking of going that way. He then maintained relations that...
Tell the truth. Tell the factual history of it.
Okay,
Don't say that every leader of the UDP has always supported Taiwan. There is a history in the UDP where the UDP leader supported China.
Fair, sir. Will you follow his lead?
My position as relates to Taiwan was on a specific basis.
What about Hugo Pat? Do you hold that view that your member, your UDP member, should have also abstained?
No, we discussed it before the fact, and I told him, you know,
He was free to
vote as he wished, and that I explained to him that I would abstain, and he knows the history and why we have taken, or I have taken the position, and many in the party take the position that I take, and it is something that we do need to sit down and discuss, and I will be guided by whatever decision the party makes. I will not make that decision unilaterally, but this is a form of protest. This is a form of expressing the dissatisfaction with the facts. I have great difficulty with the behavior of Taiwan. China is the world's second largest economy. America, the UK, France, all of the G7 have relations with China. And there are only 10 nations out of all of the United Nations that have relations with Taiwan.
And if there were any doubts about the status of Patrick Faber, John Saldivar, Tracy Panton, and Beverly Williams in the United Democratic Party, today the party leader confirmed that they have been expelled. It is a much more rigid position than what the party initially took when they declared the four constructively resigned. Barrow says Faber is facing karma.
One of the things that I take whatever affliction of pain that the media decides to give to me, but let's just deal with the facts. Patrick Faber created constructive resignation. He created it. It is not in the national constitution, granted, and the speaker made her decision. But in the United Democratic Party, he removed a sitting member of the House from the party. Not from the House, but from the party. And all that is happening now is karma, right? He can't undo the precedent that he set as party chairman. Our party chairman has been in the party just as long as him, has sacrificed just as much as him, served as senator, served as speaker, served as minister.
Those aren't comparable people.
Sir,
One is elected.
Sir, it doesn't, you see, that's the problem. In a democracy, we are all equal. The people are equal to the Prime Minister.
Last week, we told you about the face-off between members of the Belize Territorial Volunteers and the Guatemalan Armed Forces in Belizean territory on the Sarstoon River. Over the years, there have been numerous reports of these confrontations with no solution in sight, except for a ruling from the International Court of Justice. It is an issue that the leader of the opposition raised in his State of the Nation address. But how would he resolve tension on the SARS tune?
Being candid and taking principled positions, to me, and being consistent is what we would hope from the government. I can assure you that when the Prime Minister met with the President of Guatemala, SARS tune was not on the agenda. The continued aggression in our waters was not on the agenda. They're more concerned with being friends and being polite and exchanging niceties when you don't have to be rude, you don't have to go to Guatemala and declare war. But you have to say, listen, this is what we need. I promised Belizeans that I would have a SARS tune protocol. Let's work this out. Let's come to a solution. I need to deliver this for my people. I need to protect my BDF. I need to protect my Coast Guard. I need to protect civilians that want to traverse our waters. Let's figure this out. But we have not seen any deliverables. Again, the Prime Minister went to Mexico begging the outgoing Mexican president and said that he agreed to give us the 25 megawatts. That has not happened yet. So what the Prime Minister knows how to do is to try to shape narratives and deceive the people. So he will have the drums playing, the marching band, the BDF marching band, all of this pomp and circumstance, but what is the reality? I actually wanted to do my speech from Pong Yard, right at the bridge.
In a rubber boots.
Right, and because that is the reality. That is where the reality is. Putting forward this theater when the reality for Belizeans is far from what he's saying, and it's not me just making it up.
The Belize Defense Force has deployed 2 senior officers to Haiti in support of its restoration efforts. Recently, infamous Haitian gang leader Jimmy Cherzier, also known as Barbecue, told a reporter that he and his men will consider these interventions as aggression, heightening concerns for foreign military personnel. Opposition leader Moses Shine Barrow shared his thoughts.
I believe that the same risks and sacrifice that we are prepared to make for our Haitian brothers and sisters, we need to take our maritime borders equally as serious. And it's unfortunate that we don't see that from the Foreign Minister and the Prime Minister. But I do believe that as CARICOM nations, we need to stand together and we must give what it is that we expect. So if Belize should ever find itself in the need of the CARICOM nations, we hope that they will come to our aid. And so I commend our BDF for stepping up to the task of sacrifice and putting their lives at risk. And I support standing in solidarity with our Haitian brothers and sisters. They need us right now and we need to be there for them.
Hip-hop mogul Sean P. Diddy Combs is behind bars after he was arrested on Monday by Homeland Security on suspicion of sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and interstate transportation for prostitution. Former Bad Boy artist, now leader of the opposition, Moses Shine Barrow, says he does not take joy in seeing Diddy's downfall. However, when we spoke with him at the UDP headquarters today, he put forward that he was not close friends with Combs, as some may want to believe.
When I was a 18-year-old kid, just wanting to do nothing other than make my mother proud and make Belize proud and do what all of us want to do, be recognized for our talent and take over the world. I was defending him and he turned around and called witnesses to testify against me, and he contributed, he pretty much sent me to prison. So that is the context by which you must always describe that relationship. Yes, I forgave, I moved on, but let us not pretend as if I was in Miami for Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Well, I saw
and
you
that
spent a birthday with him once.
I
saw a birthday cake.
I went again to do a charity event for impoverished youth in London. So let us not lose sight of what the cold hard facts are. This was not someone who I vacationed with and who he and I enjoyed this great intimate relationship of brotherhood. This is someone who destroyed my life and who I forgave and who I moved on, and for the better interest of Belize, because he was in a position at that time to give scholarships and to maybe invest, I would not deny attempting to bring the investment to Belize and to bring the contributions to education to Belize, but don't distort it as if, you know, he and I were bombali. This is someone that destroyed my life, but do I take any joy or any satisfaction with what he is going through? Absolutely not. I am different than maybe other people. No one needs to fail for me to succeed. No one needs to suffer for me.
In your at the height of your professional relationship, or thereafter through the reconciliation, when he was an instrumental part of promoting you through Revolt Media, were you aware of these freak-off events, and were you aware of them? Did you have any participation in them?
Oh my goodness, Jules Vasquez. Jules Vasquez.
Were you aware of them?
Jules Vasquez.
Were you aware of the freak-offs?
So I had nothing to do with Sean Combs' personal life, no interaction. That level, everything was strictly on a professional level.
After the break, we go live from the Battlefield Park for the unveiling of the George Price bust.
Welcome to Design Depot, home of Sherwin-Williams Paint. Sherwin-Williams Paint is one of the most reputable paints in the industry, known for its superior quality, durability, and environmentally friendly technology. We carry a large variety of products for all your home and commercial needs, such as interior and exterior paints, primers, wood stains, sealers, clear top coats, caulking, aerosols, concrete, and masonry products. Achieve professional-looking results with ease using Sherwin-Williams paint and coating. Design Depot, all in one place.
It's that time of year again. Time to celebrate being Belizean and do it in style. Enjoy incredible discounts on our wide selection of vibrant colors like 15% off Berger, Penta, and domestic decorative paints store-wide, 25% off Penta Decon Matte Emulsion, and 25% off select Penta Flat Emulsion, Weather Shield, and High Gloss paints. Plus, 25% off select Berger 303, 404, and Everglow paints. 30% off Valspar paints, 40% off all Dutch Boy paints, and up to 40% off discontinued and clearance colors. 20% off all Pisoforte tiles, all mirrors, and Eureka vats. Plus, major discounts on clearance items. So don't miss out on these amazing deals. Come in today or contact us online. Brothers Habet wishes all Belizeans home and abroad a happy and safe September celebrations.
I'm connected. Yo.
I'm connected.
We're connected.
Create the perfect broadband bundle that fits your style with Smart Connect. With the Junior Bundle, get 50% off your national calls and up to 6 gigabytes of data at no extra cost. Get postpaid added on for an additional cost of only $25 with the Prime Bundle. Stay connected with unlimited smart-to-smart calls, plus 6,300 megabytes of data and free international minutes. For the family, get the Binge Watchers bundle with Netflix add-on for only $28.13 more. This bundle gives you 4 profiles with unlimited streaming on multiple devices. Visit a showroom near you to sign up and personalize your own bundle combination with Smart Connect. Smart, bringing people together.
We now go over to the Battlefield Park, where here in Belize City, where the government of Belize and the Belize Tourism Board are unveiling the statue of Right Honorable George Price, the father of the nation. Joining us live from that location is reporter Paul Lopez.
All right, and so we are coming to you live tonight for the unveiling of the statue of the father of the nation, the Right Honorable George Price, in the Battlefield Park right here in downtown Belize City. The statue is yet to be unveiled, as there is a ceremony ahead of the unveiling of the statue. We have an address currently ongoing by Honorable Henry Charles Usher. The statue, let me tell you a little bit about this statue. The statue that stands behind me, the base of the statue is 5 feet tall, and the statue with an image of the Right Honorable George Kill Price, that statue is 11 feet 7 inches. So in total, the totality of the statue stands at a total of 16 feet 7 inches, almost 17 feet. And so the statue currently is covered, cloaked in a blue cloth, which will be unveiled at the end of this ceremony. So this statue was commissioned for design and sculpture by Honorable Anthony Mahler in mid-2023. It's the statue of the Father of the Nation, and it was made by sculptor Mr. Stephen Okeke. The statue forms a centerpiece at Belize City's Battlefield Park. Will now form a centerpiece as a centerpiece at the Belize City's Battlefield Park. This is a place fitting for the statue of someone who led the fight for Belize's independence, rightfully so. The design focuses on both Price's legacy as a statesman, but also as a humanitarian, making him a well-rounded and charismatic leader. As a statesman, so here's some more about the statue. As a statesman, the statue portrays him in his more active political years. He is stressed when the statue is unveiled. Those who are present or perhaps watching live will see that he is dressed as a diplomat in his signature guayabera shirt, dress pants, and dress shoes. So that's one thing to anticipate. And as an avid reader, an informed and learned leader, Price can be seen carrying a copy of a Belize Times, which is a national newspaper of the time, in one hand. With the other hand, he affectionately waves at passerby. So what you'll see is that in his left hand he's carrying a copy of the Belize Times, and then his right hand is in the sky waving. The wave is done with an open hand, symbolizing his welcoming disposition. Price will also be seen with this kind but firm look in his eyes. So there's intentionality in the way his hands, his feet, his eyes, his clothing is designed and sculpted in this statue. This public monument, of course, will be officially unveiled tonight. It will serve as a visual dialogue of national inspiration for generations to come. Tonight we are about halfway in the ceremony, and following the special remarks from Honorable Henry Usher, we'll have a musical presentation by Mr. Alexander Evans, followed by closing remarks by the Honorable Anthony Mahler, and thereafter the statue will be blessed, and we will have the unveiling, and the BDF marching band is here as well for a special presentation of the battle hymn of the Republic. And so that's what's taking place out here tonight at the Battlefield Park. Family members of the Right Honorable George Cale Price is present at this ceremony, as well as the Governor General of the Belize, Dame Fryla Salam, representatives from the government of Belize, as well as the Belize City Council. So we're just going live to bring you some sights and sounds of what's happening here tonight. What will happen after this is the musical presentation, and so if you want to find out more about this unveiling of this statue, and if you want to see the statue after it is unveiled, of course you can catch more on our social media page. We'll be discussing it a bit in Open Your Eyes tomorrow morning, and of course we will have an entire story tomorrow night in our newscast. But until then, thank you so much for joining us live from the Battlefield Park. Elise, back to you.
Up next, Independence Anniversary mural unveiled in Belize City.
My name is Leomar Langzert and I'm a teacher and I bank with Belize Bank Independence Branch. What I enjoy is the safety features that the app offers. I have a sense of not having to worry or be concerned about somebody finding my password and username to sign in the application because of the use of the one-time password. And another feature that I love, that I use the most, is how the app synchronizes with my fingerprint on my device. I enjoy the rapid and easy, seamless process to apply for loans through the Belize Bank, and I don't have to be having too much back and forth to visit or take time to visit the bank. They also start to offer the online applications through the app for loan applications, which I believe is very neat. I would definitely recommend Belize Bank to other teachers because one of all the features and advantages that the app offer. With these online that Belize Bank offered is basically everything that you can do in the palm of your hand. So I would definitely recommend the bank to other teachers.
Upcoming enhancements to My Social Security. The new healthcare provider feature seamlessly connects healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers to facilitate the payment of sickness benefits. Here are the enhancements. Registered healthcare providers will create and submit online medical certificates using their healthcare provider accounts. Insured persons will receive a link to view the medical certificate to complete and submit their sickness benefit claim. And employers will receive an email notification of their employee's sickness claim. Also, the insured person and their employer will receive a copy of the claim decision letter after review. Healthcare providers, insured persons, and employers are encouraged to create a portal account to access and benefit from these new services on My Social Security at ssbportal.org.bz. My Social Security online portal. Social Security at your fingertips.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what you've been waiting for. In this corner, we have the masters of limitless power and unbeatable connection. Pioneers of 4G LTE in Belize. It's the undefeated champion, Smart. And in the other corner, struggling to keep up, it's the other guy. Fight! Tired of getting blow after blow from a plan with the other guys? It's time to tap out and join the winning postpaid plan provider. Smart's postpaid plans are a total knockout to the competition, and they have once again powered up their postpaid plans. Sign up for one of Smart's boosted postpaid power plans today and experience the victory of superior service. Smart, bringing people together.
Are you looking for a career where success has vast potential? As an agent with RFNG Life Insurance, you'll be a part of a dynamic team that values ambition and hard work. Our agents enjoy numerous benefits, including flexible working hours, high earning potential, and thorough training programs. Why is becoming an agent important? Because you get to shape your future. You'll help clients achieve their dreams, and in doing so, you'll achieve yours. Starting on your first day, you'll receive thorough training and continuous professional development. Our cutting-edge tools and resources will equip you to excel in the field. Achieving your goals as an agent is simple with our well-defined roadmap to success. We provide mentorship, performance incentive, and a vibrant community to help you stay motivated and on track. Our support network is second to none. You'll have access to experienced mentors, a collaborative team environment, and recognition programs that help you celebrate your milestones and achievements. Contact us today and become a part of something extraordinary. RFNG Life Insurance. Your future, our commitment.
La formación del Centro Neurológico del Hospital Galenia es que esas enfermedades que son altamente complejas y que muchos de nuestros pacientes tenían que emigrar hacia otra parte de la República u otra parte de México, ahora pueden ser atendidos aquí.
La atención quirúrgica en el centro neurológico se forma dentro de un grupo multidisciplinario que incluye tanto neurólogos, médicos internistas, ortopedistas, neurocirujanos, pediatras. Y este esfuerzo que se ha realizado para conjuntar todos los especialistas es para siempre brindar al paciente un abordaje multidisciplinario y transversal. Evidentemente, mientras más rápido podamos llegar al diagnóstico de los pacientes, más rápido podemos tratarlos, resolverlos y por ende mejor resultado vamos a tener al final. Entonces creo que la prioridad y el fundamento principal de un proyecto como este es justamente eso, que no se pierda tiempo de forma innecesaria para poder al final del día llegar al mejor de los resultados con un tratamiento completo, integral y oportuno. Y las visiones desde diferentes perspectivas nos permiten tener pues el mejor tratamiento y la mejor opción para el paciente.
Tenemos la capacidad técnica, operativa, profesional y la infraestructura de poder establecer una atención neurológica de alta calidad.
The Belize City mural has been unveiled a few days prior to Belize's 43rd anniversary of independence. The project, commissioned annually by the National Celebrations Commission, has become an integral part of the September festivities. This year, well-known Belizean artist Gilvano Swayze led a team of students from Wesley Primary School to paint a mural on the Rogers Stadium fence. News 5's Brittany Gordon was at the unveiling today for more details on the creation of the piece.
A nation proud and free, Belize at 43 is the theme for this year's September celebrations. As a part of the festivities, the National Celebrations Commission, the Belize City Council, and Niche have unveiled this year's Independence mural, joining the other works of art on the Rogers Stadium fence at the corners of Dolphin Street and Cemetery Road. Deputy Mayor Alan Pollard says this year was special for the project.
Roadside, we've started it a couple years ago where we've had artists actually take on this Rogers Stadium fence and, kind of depict some of their artistic creativity and blend it with a bit of patriotism. And we have continued along this side. And this year we've done a little twist in incorporating some of the artists from the primary schools. So we went for younger artists, and as you can see, it's still a beautiful masterpiece. And just having them out here, coming together as a class, being creative and coming up with something so masterful is, very appreciative from us at the city, and it really adds to the overall aesthetics that we have here in Belize City.
Gilvano Swayze, one of Belize's most respected artists, was commissioned for the project. He was inspired to invite the children of Belize on board to bring their vision to life.
About 3 months ago, when you get old, time is kind of hard to tell. Wesley Upper invited me to talk about art. And usually occasionally paintings. This is Benjamin Nicholas. This is art about culture. But they said, no, Mr. Swayze, we want you to talk about curating. How do you set up an exhibit? And I was like, wow, nobody had never asked me about that. And that is very crucial. Presentation is very crucial. How do I let people understand my art? How do I let them appreciate it? You have many artists who have created amazing things, but they don't know how to present it or express it or defend it. And so I was very much amazed by that request, and even by the questions that I got from that student. From the students. So when I was asked about this mural, I said, right down the street, Wesley there, you got Queen Square, you got St. Ignatius, all the primary school across this way. So why would I want to come out and paint these when the kids can do it themselves?
The mural comprises of 3 paintings designed to look like composition notebooks decorated with stickers of the national symbols of Belize. Swayze was inspired after researching art from 1981, the year that Belize gained its independence.
I had to look at the pictures from colonial time passing over to our time, I had to look at even the stamps, and that's how I got to start with this concept. If you look at the small post over here, the stamps, those are the actual, some of the actual stamps from 1981 that celebrated, like I said, Mr. Price said we needed an identity. And national symbols, the national bird, the national flower, our flag, the mahogany tree, and the tapir. Right? So in that research, I found all things Belizean.
6 students from Wesley Primary School were selected by their teacher to assist Swayze with the project. Among them are Amari Neal and Amani Cooper. Amani, who painted the toucan, said that this experience was an honor.
I painted the toucan and I didn't think I could do it, but I did it.
How did you get involved in it?
My Gina Itza, my brother's teacher.
And how was it bonding with all the other painters and being a part of this celebration for Belize?
It was very, very fun, very fun.
The artist began painting last Thursday and completed the mural on Monday. Amari Neal, who painted the tapir, joined the project when his teacher saw him drawing and invited him to participate.
How long did it take you to draw it?
Well, 10 minutes, that's it.
The Belize City Council facilitated the artist by ensuring that the surface of the fence was clean and coated with an underlayer of paint. Pollard says that it is due to the hard work of Swayze and the students that the mural is such a success.
There's not many words I can use to describe how big of an artist he is, how big of an impact he has on artistry in Belize. So to have him lead the students and really bring out the best of them artistically is something that we really appreciated from him. And as you can see how he incorporated that with the books and education. Only a curator like himself could, successfully, create that and bring that message across to the students. So I think he did an awesome job with the kids and, of course, some guidance from their teachers as well. It was an awesome blend, an excellent blend, and we are very, very pleased with what we're seeing here today with the outcome.
Brittany Gordon for News 5.
And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at channel5belize.com on both our Facebook and YouTube. I'm Elise Gayon Vernon, and from all of us here at Channel 5, good night.